Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Nikki, and if you are here for the first time, welcome to my channel. Again, my name is Nikki and I am a certified women's empowerment coach. On this channel, we will be talking all things woman, and this includes dealing with our emotional well-being, our physical health, our mental health, how we view ourselves as women, learning how to figure out what our true value and our worth is. Not only that, but being able to take that in and know how to walk forward in this world, owning our power, owning who we are, and being unapologetic about it, all the while continuing to just move in our feminine essence. So if this sounds like anything that you would be interested in, please definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for rocking with your girl. You guys, let's dive right into today's topic. And today's video was inspired by one of my clients that I just had this weekend. We were talking about the season that she's in, and she was explaining to me that although she feels like she's growing in this season, she's also feeling stagnant at some points, and she's feeling overwhelmed. And so I thought this would be a great topic to share with you guys, because I know a lot of us are in transitioning seasons right now. Some of us are in seasons where everything is great. It's like flowers are blooming everywhere. Life is just filled with love and joy and happiness, and there's just abundance coming in. But there's a lot of us that are in seasons where we feel like we're in seasons where it just feels like we're in a dry spell, like nothing's really happening. Some of us are in seasons where we're dealing with heartbreak. We're feeling like we don't know what we're supposed to be doing with our lives, just stagnant right now. And so I want to be able to give you guys some tips that you can use in your life, even if you're not able to have a session with me where we can talk about specifically about the season that you are in. With these tips, you will be able to use them in your own situation, in your own season that you're going through right now, to help you navigate through that just a little bit easier, helping you to gain a little bit more clarity with what's going on in your life, and maybe even help you to realize what is the next step that you are supposed to be taking. So you guys, the first thing I want to tell you is that whatever season that you are in, the best thing that you can do is to accept that you're in that season. So even if it's a season that it's feeling very uncomfortable, you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling just frustrated with what's going on, you're feeling lost, accept that this is the season that I am in. When we try to fight it, when we try to ignore it, it just prolongs that process. And even if it doesn't prolong the process, even if you feel like you're coming out of it at some point, if you don't actually do the work that season is asking you to do so that you can grow as a woman and get you to the next level, I promise you it's going to come back, and it's going to come back even harder the next time around. So it's always best for us to accept, like, this is the season that I'm in, and okay, so because of that, now I need to figure out, why am I in this season? What is the lesson that this moment in time is trying to teach me? What can I pull from this? How can I grow from this as a woman? Or what is it that I need to actually be releasing out of my life right now? I know that a lot of times when we're going through certain cycles in our lives that feels so uncomfortable for us, a lot of us will shut down, and we won't actually do the work that we're being called to do at that moment in time. So actually, this is where I want you guys to gain some introspect and sit down and ask yourself, like, how am I feeling right now, right? That's the main thing. Get in tune with, how are you feeling? Are you feeling afraid? Okay, if you're feeling afraid, what do you feel afraid about? If you're feeling frustrated, what is frustrating you? If you're feeling lost, why do you feel lost? What is going on right now that is causing you to feel lost? Because if you can get to how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way, that will take you to your next step in finding out what is it that you're called to do right now. So like, take me for example, okay? I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm in a season where I'm having to do a lot of introspect and dig deeper and heal some wounds that I've experienced from my childhood, from growing up. So although I'm out there and I'm helping other women to heal and I'm helping other women to grow, there's a part of my life that I can't get to the next level unless I clear this out of me, unless I've come face to face with why I feel certain emotions that I feel about myself or about me doing certain things, or what's causing me to be stagnant with putting myself in certain situations. You know, why am I going back to things in my childhood that happened? Why am I allowing that to stop me from allowing myself to be in certain situations? So for me, what I realize is that I need to actually pull away and I need to spend some time alone and actually dig deeper. So instead of allowing yourself to just continuously be on social media or constantly you're out, you're just out all the time. You're always finding something to do outside instead of sitting with yourself and digging deeper. This is that season. This may be your season where it's like, pull away. So for me, I decided, you know what? I'm tired of constantly trying to deal with the same emotions over and over. Like, this is a pattern. Okay, so I typically will take a little bit of time, a couple weeks off to do some work and then jump right back into my regular routine. But with me doing that, I was rushing my healing process. And with me rushing my healing process, obviously, when I come back out, I'm not fully healed, right? I just kind of like suppressed what was going on. So for me, I got tired of constantly finding myself in the same situations over and over. Okay, so you know what? I'm really gonna do the work now. So for me, I need to pull myself away completely. I pull myself completely off of social media so that I'm not lost in constantly scrolling through and looking at the lives of everyone else and looking at everyone else's story and their childhood story and their stories now with their relationships and this, that, whatever. I am now pulling away so I can just focus on me and my story and my childhood story and what my present situation is, so I can get better clarity on what's going on in my life, on what's going on with me, what is going on with me mentally, what is going on with me emotionally, and what are causing my triggers. So you may be in a season where it's calling you to just pull yourself away. And it's not saying to isolate yourself from the world, but whatever it is that you find yourself spending so much time consuming that it actually numbs you from actually doing the work, that this may be calling you to pull away from that right now. So again, do some introspect work and ask yourself, am I feeling frustrated? Am I feeling stressed out? Am I feeling scared? Am I feeling worried? Am I feeling alone? Am I feeling lost? What is causing me to feel whatever it is that you're feeling? And then from there, you take the next step to figuring out what you need to do to adjust that. What do you need to do to now feel peace in your life? What do you need to do to now feel comfortable again and confident in who you are and what it is that you're doing, or where you are in your life right now? Or for some of you, this may be a season where it's calling you to clear some things out of your life. Like, some of us are in seasons where we realize people are just walking out of our lives, or it just seems like people are disappearing, right? A lot of times when we don't do it for ourselves, when there are certain people in our lives or certain situations that we're in, that for the betterment of who we are and for the next level that God is trying to take us in life, we can no longer associate with these people, or we shouldn't be associating with these people because we can't take them with us, or we should no longer be involved in certain situations. But instead of us doing it on our own and releasing the situations on our own, or releasing these people on our own, God will find a way to have it happen where they just leave. And so instead of sitting around crying and being frustrated and wondering what is wrong with you, this is the time for you to sit back and analyze what's truly going on. What was the relationship actually like with these people? What were you gaining from it, or what were they gaining from it? How healthy was your lifestyle with them involved in it, or even the situations that you were in? Is this God trying to wake you up and pull you out and take you up higher? And if that's what it is, then you have to be willing to accept that, and then do the work and figure out, what is it that I need to be doing now? Who do I need to place myself around at this point in my life so I can get to wherever it is that I've been saying that I want to be? For me, I truly believe that if we're saying we want certain things out of our lives, we want to live certain lifestyles, we want to experience certain things, when we're praying about these things, you have to expect a shift to happen. You're not going to experience life at a higher level that you're saying you want to experience by doing the same things or being around the same people. Not necessarily saying that everybody has to go, but there are certain people that will have to fall off for you to actually be able to get to that next level. Because when you sit back and do the work and you actually analyze what that relationship was like with whoever it is, and you may realize how much they actually were holding you back. And they may not have even intentionally been trying to hold you back. Some of us, we have friends, or we have people in our lives that we think they're great people, and we love to hang around them, and we love to laugh and joke and talk with them. But when you sit back and you really analyze the friendship or the relationship that you have with them, you will notice that there are some people that actually hold you back without you you didn't even realize it, and they may not even realize that they're doing it. And it's all because you may have a dream or vision for yourself that they may not be able to comprehend, because their mindset and the way they view things and they view life, or even the dreams that they have for their lives, may not be as big. So they can't understand how, or they can't fathom how you will get to that point. So they may say things like, are you sure you want to do that? Or I don't know, or maybe you should be careful. And little comments like that, although they may be saying it out of love, may incite some sort of fear within you that causes you to stay stagnant. So you may end up in a season where you start seeing certain people fall off, and then you start feeling like, okay, well, what's wrong with me? What's going on in my life? I don't understand. And it may just be God moving them for you so he can take you to the next level. So this, again, is where in these seasons, ladies, we have to take the time to just sit down and analyze what is truly, truly going on. What is truly going on? Are you in a season where it's time for you to get to the next level, right? But because you're so used to doing things a certain way, and you're so used to, things just moving a certain way, when the door of something new opens up for you, you don't move on it, right? You don't move on it. Or when it's time for you to shift and do your daily routine a different way, go a different route, whatever it is, you are not following your women's intuition. You're not following that feminine intuition that's telling you to do these things. And so guess what? Things will shut down sometimes. You will stay stagnant. You're going to wonder, like, why aren't I progressing in life? Why aren't I moving forward? I'm doing X, Y, Z. It's always worked before, and nothing's happening for me. Maybe it is time for you to do something new. Maybe it is time for you to move forward in fear, because a lot of us, we know that it's time to move forward and do something new. We know that it's time to switch it up, but we won't do it because we're so afraid of the unknown. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I understand the feeling of fear, and I understand the feeling of not knowing what's going to happen next. Or even, I'm afraid to do this because what if I fail? I've never done this before. I don't even know if I have the capacity or the skills to do this. But I'm telling you right now, if the door is open for you and the opportunity is being given to you, it is because you have it in you to do whatever job, excel at whatever project or whatever it is within you, and that's why that opportunity is there. And so although you are fearful because it's new for you, you're going to have to move through that fear. You're going to have to take the next step, fearful and all. And if you don't take it, you will stay stagnant. You will stay frozen in time. So again, the tips that I'm giving you guys, you can use this in any season that you are in. It's actually, the seasons tell us to sit down for a minute. Sit down and analyze what is going on. Own that season. You're in it for a reason. And once you can master that, you're on to the next level, right? And this is basically the game of life. And it's so funny because I have my little one, he's about to be 8. And he says it to me all the time, like, Mommy, life is like a game. And which blows my mind that he even gets that. But he's like, life is literally like a game. And like, we always have to try to get to the next level in life. And that is the same thing with our seasons. You have to accept that level that you're in, that season that you are in, no matter how uncomfortable it feels, no matter how big the battle feels, you accept, okay, this is the level that I'm in, and I need to crush this, and I need to gain whatever knowledge this season is trying to teach me. I need to gain whatever lesson it is, and I need to grow from this so that when I go into the next one, I'm not repeating the same thing. I'm not trying to learn the same things again with even bigger battles to fight. Again, I understand the feeling of fear. I feel like I'm a person that is constantly moving ahead in life, and I have to move through it through fear. Like, I don't know what it feels to have a life that's just easy. I truly don't. But what I do know is that I refuse to stay stuck. And I'm always wanting to grow and develop as a woman, as a mother, as a friend. I want to continue to grow, and I want to be the best person that I can be while I am here. I want to bless people as much as I can while I am here. And I can't do these things if I stay stuck. I can't do these things if I allow fear to paralyze me. And so a lot of times when we start feeling overwhelmed in whatever season that we're in, it's because we are not taking the time to sit down and really analyze what is going on right now. What is this trying to teach me? Why am I even afraid? Why am I even frustrated? Why am I even stressed out? Take the time to sit down and see what is going on and what you need to do. What is it calling for you to do right now? It's just like when seasons change in nature, right? When it changes to fall, what is fall calling us to do? It's calling us to take out some sweaters, some hoodies, some boots, just warmer clothes so that we can keep ourselves warm and protected from the colder weather, right? So what is your season calling you to do? Is it calling you to spend some time alone? Is it calling you to spend more time with God? Sometimes God is calling us to spend more time so he can give us the next step. And a lot of us, we keep ourselves so busy all the time, or we always feel like we have to be around somebody and doing something that we can't truly hear what he's trying to tell us. So what is your season calling for you to do? Whatever it is that is calling for you to do, even if it's new, I want you to move forward in that. You may be fearful, and that's okay. It's not going to kill you, but you may not get to the next level until you decide to move forward with that fear. And I advise you guys to drown out the noise. Drown out the noise. A lot of us, we're just running to everybody trying to get advice on what to do, and everybody has their own opinions and how they would do things and what they think is going on in your life. Sometimes you have to drown out the noise. If you have to take a break from social media so you can really think about what's going on. If you have to take a break from learning, like a lot of us, all we do is consume information. We're always reading, we're listening to a podcast, we're watching a YouTube video, whatever it is, and we're just consuming. And sometimes we need to just sit down and just sit in our silence so we can really, really hear what's going on with our thoughts. So drown out the noise. And also, you guys, I want you to have discernment. This is whatever season you are in, use your discernment. Use these seasons to learn who you can truly talk to. Like, we all have friends where we can go to them and we can pray with these friends, right? They're going to dig deep. They're going to be praying. They're going to be praying with you on the phone if they have to, right? We have those friends. We have friends that we can tell them like, girl, this is what's going on with me. This is weighing heavy on me. I am really going through it right now. I'm trying to figure things out. And we will have that girlfriend that will sit with us and figure it out. She will, like, whatever she can do to help, she's going to do that to help. And then you have those friends where the relationship is more surface level, because you know that if you come to them with a certain issue, not that they don't care, but they don't have the capacity to go deep with you, right? So it's more surface level. You may say, I'm going through XYZ, and they may like, oh my gosh, girl, I'm gonna pray for you, girl. Let me know if you need anything, but it just stops there, because the conversation may turn into something completely different when you are actually feeling like, I really, really need somebody to sit in this with me right now. So use your discernment regarding who you can talk to, regarding when you should keep your mouth shut, and regarding when you need to actually reach out and get maybe some professional help. Maybe you're in a season where you are tackling something, you may be tackling something mentally, or just some sort of trauma, or whatever it is that you may have gone through that needs more than just a girlfriend to talk you through it. And you may need someone that has a little bit more experience that can help open your eyes to a different perspective, right? So these are my tips on what you can do in your season right now to help you feel a little bit more at ease and not feel so overwhelmed. I do understand that it can be frustrating sometimes, and even while we're doing the work, it's just like, I am over it. But I'm going to tell you this, until you get the lesson that you are supposed to be learning in that moment, it's going to feel harder than it needs to feel, right? So you might as well just invest in yourself and do the work. And my final thought on this is to focus on the present. Focus on the present, because a lot of times we are so stuck on what we want in the future and what we want our future to look like. And I don't have time for this right now, and I'm sick of living like this, and whatever it is. And we're so caught up in what we're wanting for the future that we don't get to actually enjoy the present. So although we may be going through a little rough time, there's still some great things that are happening in our lives, and there's still some great memories that are happening. But if we're caught up in the future and getting out of this, we don't actually get to take those great moments in. And those great moments, those moments where we get to laugh with our friends or our family, with our children, where we feel loved, where we actually get to relax and enjoy our day, those moments are what is also going to help to sustain us as we go through these rough seasons and these rough patches in our lives. So stay focused, stay in the moment. Take some time, do some introspect work, figure out what's really going on with you. Why are you in this season right now? What is it trying to teach you? Who is it that you can actually talk to actually help you through this? Not someone that is going to keep you stagnant or incite fear in you, or cause you to be frustrated because they really don't get it when you talk to them. And if you need to seek professional help, definitely do that. You guys, again, I am a women's empowerment coach. Again, this video was inspired by my client this weekend. So these are topics that me and my clients talk about. These are things that I walk them through, especially with their specific season and whatever it is that they're going through. I'm able to give you tips to help you navigate that. So if you'd like to book a session with me, or if you just want a quick consultation and see how we work together, please take advantage of the link below. You guys, I love you so much. Just remember that anything that you are going through is nothing new under the sun, honey. It's nothing new under the sun. Someone's already been there, done that, or someone else is going through it right now, or they will go through it, and you will be able to have a testimony and be able to help the next woman, because you're about to conquer your season. So until next time, I love you guys so much. Take care of yourself, ladies.